It is Radio 2, and I've just stepped outside into the Elton John piano area with this red carpet, and editors are sat here right in front of me now. So let's do introductions from the left. We'll go round the room. So,
hi, I'm Elliot.
Hello, I'm Justin.
I'm Tom.
Hello.
Hi.
We are
Thanks for having us.
Collectively,
they are editors, yes. And we're all in black today. I've turned up in my goth outfit, and bizarrely, I fit in with you completely.
Got the memo.
So, life good? All kind of excited? Record coming out and everything?
Yeah, really exciting. Yeah, obviously it's out on Friday, so we're a bit tired though.
Yeah, you did a show last night, right?
Yeah.
And how was that?
It was in Clapham at the Grand. How was it?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
I think it was good, yeah.
I like the reassurance that Tom looking around. Was it good?
we had issues, but we got through the issues and made it good.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you done your album playback yet? Because you did the competition for the winners. Okay. How was it? What went on?
Which one was that?
The one in Sussex, is it?
Yeah. Sorry. The one in Surrey, yeah.
Sorry.
So this is where you invited the winners to come and listen to the album playback, and it was like a very nice farmhouse.
Yeah, it was really great, really humbling because we were like, it was just like this, you know, it was just us sitting around a piano with some acoustic guitars, and people came from far and wide to talk to us about just life and songs. Basically, it was lovely.
Well, I think it's a really lovely idea, and also quite scary to get, you know, an honest reaction to what the music's like. Yeah.
It was. But what was really was all the videos that they submitted. So, and there were such a wide ranging. So they had to like give a 30-second video basically to kind of win and. Yeah. Win. I mean, it was quite hard to judge, but there was different ways.
A video based on what? What was the idea?
The idea was what the band means to them, you know. So yeah, you got a really wide-ranging, I don't know, method of doing that. People were sometimes they were very emotive and really open. Sometimes it was like funny and humour they used, you know, and everywhere in between.
And how was that for you? Because it's interesting to see that expression of people's feelings of you.
Yeah, I mean. We've always wanted to be a band that, you know, meant something to people. You know what I mean? We make quite serious music, so it does provoke an emotional response in people. So to be confronted with that is, I just find it quite awkward.
I think you say lovely, fascinating.
Well, it is. Of course, it's lovely, but you know. Sing about these things so you don't have to talk about them in many ways. You know. Yeah. So no, it was awesome. They were so nice. You know, they were quite reserved, weren't they? They were quite
for the first bit. They were quite reserved until we played.
Yeah.
And then when it got to like talking to them, they were all just really lovely. So it was good. Yeah, it was really good.
Good. All right then. Should we have the first track and then we'll chat more after this? So It's Editors live in session here on Radio 2. The album is called Violence, of course. And first song you're going to do?
We're going to do the single Magazine. Is that right? The first one?
Yeah, makes sense. Cool. Yeah.
Okay. Right this way, the room's full to burst. Whatever you say, gotta quench that thirst. I got a little secret for you. It's in a magazine. You got an itch to keep safe, bitten and stickily. Now talk the lightest with a clenched fist. Top of a hill, just gag a witness. It takes a fat lip to run a tight ship. Now talk the lightest with a clenched fist. Flash your winning smile, let your eyes swirl the room. These people are here for you. You're the bride, you're the groom. I got a little secret for you. It's in a magazine. You got an image to keep safe.
Hitler, blindfold the witness. Oh, oh, it takes a fat lip to run a tight ship. Now tuck the lattice with a clenched fist. Clenched fist. Top of a Hitler to scag a witness, and oh, it takes a fat lip to run a tight ship. Now talk the loudest. You're making them say, you're making them say. You're making them say, you're making them say, it don't mean a thing. You're making them say, it don't mean a thing. Oh, you're making them say, it don't mean a thing.
That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Your voice, Tom, God. It's really nice to see you not doing When Thames Froze. So every time you've ever come in and played on the show, it's
every
always
time
that
you see
song.
my face, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Christmas.
So that was Magazine from the album Violence's editors, who are live here at the moment on Radio 2, which is really wonderful to have you here. This album, then, when you were recording it, you love being in the studio, right? The way you work together, like that's your happiest place.
It's changed, yeah. You know, I look back at the band, who we were to start with on those first couple of records. It was just, you know, 4 guys in guitars in a rehearsal space, loud, and that energy that you try and capture, and that was what it was back then. And over the years, yeah, we now become tinkerers and computers and synthesizers and
nerds.
But it's all on this record, isn't it? It's a real combination of all the different kind of genres and, you know, things that you've been through. I think, definitely from listening to it.
Well, cool. I mean, it feels like it to us, you know, because we have gone, you know, like I said to you before, we've gone backwards and forwards stylistically, and we've achieved a balance with this record that's different to before. It feels fresh.
Yeah, I had the idea of you being like 4 boys and making some kind of a Lego city or citadel, as you're kind of working together and you're like adding little bits and kind of creating together.
I wish it was that cool.
Is it not like that at all?
Hey, we're cool.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have Lego in the studio when you're down there. But, you know, was there anything? Do you have table tennis, or is it any darts? Or when you're in a studio, is there anything?
Well, when we're rehearsing, there's table tennis lying around. Yeah,
Okay.
Russell's pretty good.
And we take that on tour as
He's got his own bat. He lived in America for 6 years. He calls it a paddle.
Paddle.
Nearly fired him for that.
Yeah, you should. Okay, so he's the king of table tennis. Anything else? Not darts or Scrabble or any other games? Who is it?
What's the board game that's in the dressing room case?
The one that we've played
Ticket
once.
to Ride.
Is that what it is?
Ticket to Ride, yeah.
We've never played it. We've got one board game that's never come out of the drawer.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? Do you know
It's
how
called Ticket to Ride. No idea how
Do you know
play
what? It's the instructions are so lengthy, and
one of those.
it's just we've never got around to playing it properly.
You want to get Family Fortunes or Mr. and Mrs.
Fortunes, Monopoly.
We need to work on that.
There's too many arguments in those ones, though.
I think we're more of a Dungeons and Dragons type.
Yeah.
That's my vibe.
And lyrically, then, what are we talking about on this record? I know we talked about this a little bit, but you were celebrating someone's birthday and talking to me on the phone before.
Just in an alleyway, if I remember.
That's right. Yeah.
Just shouting from the wind.
But this album is a reflection of what?
I don't know.
You wrote it?
Yeah, I know I wrote it. And after, when we've made the album, I have to decide what joins the songs together, you know.
Yeah.
And there's a repeating feeling, or I keep coming back to this idea of kind of human connection and people kind of coming together and in different ways, if it's a kind of lovers or friends or a father to his son, as a means of escape from the world we live in right now. And I think that's why we've called it Violence, one of the reasons, because the violence is referring to the world we live in now. It isn't it's not a statement record. There's not, you know, it's more, the focus is on people but it's set where we are right now.
Yeah, a reflection of what's changed in the world from the last time you wrote this album, from the very first time that
Perhaps,
you did your
yeah. I mean,
first album.
like just the way that the way that the news is, the way we're fed the news, is in itself violent. It's inescapable. It's an attack, So that's quite tiring.
And as a parent as well, you're, I think,
Obviously,
super sensitive
yeah.
to the violence that is going on in the
Of course.
world.
Yeah, 3 of us are parents now. Well, 3 of us are parents. We've been parents for a while, to be fair. But so yeah.
Yeah. And when you go out on tour, do kids come? How do the kids?
Yeah, we're
react to
scheduling that in now. So there's different slots.
It's all
for
kinds of diary mayhem, trying to work out when everyone's got their families out.
I can't imagine how hard it is to combine it. I really can't.
It is really hard.
Yeah.
But it is also the most wonderful thing at the same time. So, yeah.
We're
it's
pretty
just
lucky
tiring.
in that respect.
Yeah. All right, more music then, please. So you're going to do the opening track to the album Violence now. I don't think people have particularly heard this before.
No,
so.
maybe not. It's called Cold.
Okay, anything we need to know about it before?
Goes a little bit like this. Okay. You were waiting for an answer. It was the hardest thing to hear. So strung out, eclipsed by shivers, Molly coddled and sincere. It's a lonely life, a long and lonely life. Stay with me and be a ghost tonight, be a ghost tonight. But don't you be so cold. For elation, like it would fall out of the sky. Maybe time's the greatest healer. Oh baby, everything will die. It's a lonely life, a long and lonely life. Stay with me and be a ghost tonight, be a ghost tonight. But don't you be so cold. So cold.
It's Cold from the album Violence from Editors, who are live in session here on Radio 2. The news today about the end. What were you going to say?
We need to swap over. When would you like us to do that?
Stay where you are at the moment,
okay.
and then that's fine. I'll just keep.
I just didn't want this to be awkward.
you haven't made it awkward at all.
Sorry.
The NME today has stopped. They've announced
I think
it.
they
It's not
finally
big.
gave us a good review.
Yeah, you know
that
what?
ain't ever going to happen. Don't worry about that.
No, they did today.
Did they?
Yeah, and it was the day that they.
Today,
Oh my gosh.
we walked into that room as all that kicked off.
Yeah, we did a session.
We literally were in
my
the
gosh.
building when that all happened. After we got a good review, then we walked in, then the enemy died.
Did you bring it down? You brought down the
We
enemy.
just brought a little bit of darkness to it all.
What was it like?
soundtracked.
Yeah, we were the soundtrack for it in real time.
Perfect. What was the atmosphere like though? It must have been pretty.
Yeah.
Well, when we walked back out into the office, I think everyone had gone to the pub. So
Yeah.
Wow.
It was.
What do you think about it?
I think it's.
it's still massive online, isn't it? And that's unfortunately the way the world's going in some ways. So I think
Print
it's
is
just-
dead, man. Print is dead. It's just the way. It's the way everyone
the world,
consumes
yeah.
now. It's. I don't think I can't imagine it would have been a shock to anyone there. But there's still a massive news source, and
I'm conflicted because I bought that every week from like mid-90s.
Yeah.
It's how I found out.
I think we probably all did.
Yeah. It was my Bible.
Yeah.
So and then we came out and they've been pretty nasty to me over the years. So part of me is like Sodom.
However, today
Yeah.
you got your good
We did
review.
get good reviews.
So it's kind of sweet, isn't it?
Eventually.
at the
so,
bitter
yeah.
end of it all.
I think if I'm being rational, it is sad.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
But I mean, what
But on
the
the other
enemy
hand, they were
was,
really
it's-
mean to you, so there
it's
you go.
not been the enemy that for years,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. Do you want to swap over seats now?
Yeah,
Move
let's do
around?
this.
Okay, you do that, and I'll paint a picture. So Tommy's now legging it across, taking the guitar.
Thanks, mate.
Okay, swapping pics. Fine.
Okay.
We're doing a thing called the Gig Diaries. Just taking you back to some gigs that you've done. When was the first editor's gig? What do you remember about that?
Well, the first, well, it's a bit because we formed at university, so the formation of the band is kind of, it wasn't the lineup that you knew from the first. It was me and Russell,
Yeah.
and Chris at the time, and a couple of other people. Ed was in the audience. It was his birthday. We played like a gig at, in Stafford where we were studying. Loads of people came. It was really exciting.
Yeah.
We played Happy Birthday to Ed. And at that time, we didn't realise, obviously, Ed was going to end up being the drummer. But also, we thought we'd made it. And then the following month, we did our, let's do another gig. And nobody came, nobody whatsoever. And I think that night, Russell threw his bass down the stairs. And, yeah, I mean...
Okay. So
Yeah.
what about the biggest disaster you've had as a band? The show, the show where it all went wrong.
Well, that was probably...
There's a little known show called the Hammersmith Apollo.
Tell us what happened.
Oh, that was just. It still gives me the fear now. We just had it was just one of those ones.
We just had a technical problem.
Technical-
There was a glitch in the system somewhere.
Yeah.
And the PA kept cutting out. So we kind of went off once. And
I
then
think we ended up going off 3 times, and it was just like, man.
It was heavy.
It was really grim.
Mortifying, right?
It was.
Yeah, because sometimes those things happen and the problem gets solved, but then when it's one of those problems that just keeps rearing its head,
There's only so many times you can go out there.
it gets really, really grim. And what's we had flashbacks last night because the Clapham show last night, the PA went off, and honestly, we've done. I don't know how many gigs since that last Hammersmith show, and they've all been fine. We come back to London, and it essentially happens again to start with, but it didn't come back last night. So
Yeah, it was good. It was good to get through it.
it's really hard when you
Exercise
Yeah,
those
it was
ghosts.
because when the PA isn't on, you can't speak to people. When at Hammersmith, you've got 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people maybe. It's just this big immovable lump of humanity that you can't communicate with, and they are understanding, but at the same time they
Little
are
bit
kind of
angry.
whistling and kind of like
Just looking at you.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's thoroughly awkward.
Yeah. The gig where there was someone really famous in the audience that was making you just go, oh my God.
Early show we had Brian Ferry.
Okay.
So
So you knew he was out there when you were doing the show?
Yeah, he actually he came to the dressing room. He brought his son. That was a long time ago. Have we had anyone recently?
I can't remember. Not that I can. I don't know.
Most people say Beyonce and Jay-Z. Have they?
Oh, they're at every show. They were just,
Oh, so you didn't bother talking
so
about
we
them?
don't even mention them now because they're there all the time. Look at the side. I turn around every night and they're just there. And it's like, oh, jeez, get Beyonce and Jay-Z. Can you just tell them to walk on the other side next time? But just can't. They're everywhere.
And what about... Not everybody says that. And the gig that's meant the most to you in your career?
So I think I say a festival in Belgium called Rock Werchter. So I'm sat here with Elliot and Justin, who have made 3 albums with Editors. But when people start to know us in this country, we were a different lineup, and that broke down. And so the first gig we did with the 2 new boys who aren't new anymore was huge. It was like the biggest show we were headlining a festival in Belgium. So that was their baptism. And so to go on with new people and, you know, because we understand that having a lineup change and Chris no longer being there was a big deal obviously for us, but for fans as well. So yeah, it was pretty big.
It
was a pretty massive gig to
intense,
do.
maybe.
It was intense. It was great though.
It was totally great.
But you nailed it.
Yeah, Beyonce and Jay-Z were stood at the side, so everything was fine.
Again.
Yeah,
Constant.
Right, next track, final track you're going to do for us. It's a classic. Yeah.
Your
Smokers?
words. Yeah. It's a semi-hit.
Thank you for agreeing to do it.
Oh no, it's cool. Sorry, how fast does it go? It goes faster than that. Pull the blindfold down so your eyes can't see. Now run as fast as you can through this field of trees. Say goodbye to everyone you've ever known. You're not gonna see them ever again. I can't shake this feeling I got. My dirty hands, have I been in the wars? The saddest thing that I'd ever seen was smokers outside the hospital door. And someone turned me around. Can I start this again? How can I wait? Oh, where are some miles with our mouths wide shut? You stopped us from singing. I can't shake this feeling I got. My dirty hands, have I been in the wars? The saddest thing that I'd ever seen was smokers outside the hospital door. And someone turned me around. Can I start this again? Now someone turn us around. Can we start this again? We've all been changed from what we were. Our broken hearts smashed on the floor. I can't believe you if I can't hear you. I can't believe you if I can't hear you.
broken hearts smashed on the floor. We've all been shaped from what we were. Our broken hearts smashed on the floor. Someone turn me around. Can I start this again? Now someone turn us around. Can we start? Can we start this again?
I love the way when you finish songs, you're just like, right, that's done, finished. You just stop and turn
I don't
around.
quite know what to do.
Anyway, Smokers Outside the Hospital Doors editors live in session here on Radio 2. Lovely comments coming through from people. Such a lot of love for you. Lottie in Newcastle upon Underline was in the gym and someone had put a song on that I'd not heard before with the unmistakable vocals of editors frontman Tom. Halfway through, I was singing along to the ooze and then got in my car. I searched on my phone to see what they were up to. Absolute joy that a band I saw at V over a decade ago have released this gorgeous new album. Amazing and beautiful, made my day. Can't wait to come to a gig.
That's cool.
Also,
Cheers, Lottie.
Bruce Murray says, just came in and heard you chatting, had no idea who you were talking to until the singing started. The unmistakable voice of Tom of Fabulous Editors. See you in Aberdeen in September, boys. Thanks.
Yeah.
That's from Bruce Murray. Are you excited about the tour? It's all been announced today.
Yeah.
Yeah?
We've got lots of touring obviously on the horizon. Big European tour, America, festivals, and then we've just announced the UK tour, which we're really excited about.
Yeah, 7th of October begins in Southampton, then runs through to Brixton Academy on the 24th of October.
Fingers crossed for the PA.
Yeah, let's hope that goes okay.
Yeah.
Just want to ask this question on behalf of Philip in Bristol. You're my favourite band since Big Country, and I hear some echoes in
Wow.
your guitar work. Were they any kind of an inspiration or an influence?
Not personally. No.
Any big
But that's
country
not-
fans in
but
the
that's
room?
not the fir-
Anyone?
that's
Anyone?
It's not the
Not the first time I've heard that though.
No, really?
So
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
that's cool.
makes sense. And also, I just wanted to ask you, Tom, a couple of questions. What was the first record you ever bought?
The first record I asked my mum and dad to buy for me. You remember those Britannia like music club things?
Oh, yeah.
It was the Best of Status Quo.
It was. I've got this questionnaire that you did in 2010. I was just keen to see whether you were
If I
telling
was
the truth then.
lying.
Yes. You do say you're a compulsive liar in this questionnaire, but yeah. Okay, let's try this one. The first concert you ever
no,
attended.
this is terrible.
First concert you ever went to.
Well, there's the cool answer and there's the
Obviously,
answer.
I don't want the cool answer, obviously.
Chris Rea.
Yes,
There we
exactly.
go.
Yeah,
That's
Birmingham
cool.
NEC.
There we go.
Yeah, very
Remember
good.
my daddy.
Yeah, and first thing you do when you've got time off work.
First thing I do when I got time,
Yeah.
washing clothes. I don't know. Write songs.
Go home
generally.
and be with the family. That's
Well,
what you
yeah,
said
yeah,
before.
of course.
Like, and
Yeah,
get
the
you washed.
family. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Them. Apart from the tours that you're doing, like you say, you're doing festivals and you're going to be playing British Summertime at Hyde Park, and that's with The Cure.
Yeah.
Have you met Robert Smith? I was just trying to remember.
I've had like a
Cyber
lengthy,
relationship.
like year-long email relationship with him because he was gonna work on a Minor Victories record that I do. And when you wake up in the morning to an email from Robert Smith, it's a little
Life
bit,
made.
It's a little bit weird.
Russell's met Robert Smith.
Oh, really?
When he was, I don't know how old he was, very young. He was at Wookey Hole Cave or Cheddar Gorge in a
Yeah.
boat, and Robert Smith was in the boat with him. And the tour guide at the time said, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have Robert Smith with us from The Cure." I think it was Wookey Hole Cave, which actually goes perfectly with his, goth vibe. In the cave.
And you did say that you lie all the time, so is that...
That's true.
That's the
That's
truth.
true.
True
Oh, my
story.
God.
Yeah.
You've got so much to talk about when you see Robert Smith. At the
Well, Russell
Hyde Park.
does. Yeah.
Russell has, yeah. Thank you for coming in. It's been so lovely to have you here.
Thanks
It's
for
really,
having
really
me.
good fun. And good luck with the tour. And we'll play The Cure now, I think. For Russell,
Great.
shall we? Boys Don't Cry.